Hey everybody, I am excited to be back to be doing some reaction stuff, doing some songs. Today I'm going to be reacting to Rin, the Sunflowers prologue, and I think this is going to be really exciting to go on this new journey that he's doing with these two new songs. I know that he's carrying on, I think, a story that he's done in past songs as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing these. After these songs, I'll probably dive more into Ghost as well. Just to continue that process on with you all. But once again, I'm really excited just to see what he's doing here and to dive further into the storytelling stuff that I always love. So most of the reaction videos that I'll ever do on this channel are going to have something to do with storytelling, where they've kind of created these characters and things like that, because that's what I'm really into, and that's what I do myself. So let's dive into it and see what happens.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Oh, that looks really cool. Burning sunflowers. Dude, he's got such a great voice. That trumpet. Ooh. Sounds super good.
Oh, what a terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa.
Okay, I'm sorry I had to pause. The guy looks like Vincent van Gogh. Vincent Stale, Sunflowers. Oh. I was just thinking to myself, that guy looks like Vincent van Gogh and he's doing the sunflowers things. I'm a huge Vincent van Gogh person. I've got a tattoo here and it's got like the Starry Night vibe with the blues swirlies and everything, and the almond blossoms and everything on my arm. So I love Vincent van Gogh, and so that's pretty crazy how he's done that with this guy. It looks really cool.
Rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
That sounds really cool. Looking serious. Spooky. Hear that speeding up. world? What in the world? Huge switch up. What in the world? Oh, and he's with the guy now. Okay, that's the next song. I was like, this is a crazy transition in this song right all of a sudden. Okay, we're gonna go back and look at that video again in that song, because that was really, really cool. And just the way he took you visually, emotionally, and audibly through all that, especially at the end, was really, really cool. I want to go back and check out the lyrics a little bit more, because the captions were pulled up, but I really didn't pay attention too much to them because I was so sucked into the visuals of it all. But yeah, portraying a lot of monotony and things like that. That guy just kind of sitting on the couch, just smoking and just going around and around while the sunflowers burn in the background, which obviously has a big, meaning behind that as well. But yeah, just this whole vibe of it was very spooky and also really cool though. So let's jump back into it again and see what we see this time and see what we hear this time, more importantly.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh,
Okay, and I'm assuming I haven't been deep into the past of some of Ren's stuff before. I know that there is a story that goes on between two different people, I believe, and I've seen some of his videos in the past where I've seen this, but I haven't paid super close attention to a lot of that. So please leave some comments below and maybe catch up to speed on some of this stuff for people who haven't seen this before. And I'm naturally going to go back and just watch it without reviewing or reacting because I've seen it all. Pay a little bit more attention to some of this stuff. So maybe I can be a bit more knowledgeable and aware in the future too. But yeah, obviously this is a really striking thing of this murder that's happened and everything else. And now we're going to go into this almost like just sitting still in front of all this tragedy, just kind of watching it. Not really doing much, just kind of taking it in like we're just very callous to it, and everything is the vibe that I'm getting as well. And Vincent Van Gogh, obviously someone who comes from a lot of pain and turmoil and everything like that. It's actually kind of interesting to see him just sitting here in this portrayal, just kind of sitting kind of numb, to it all. So let's jump in.
such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall
Moment inside of all the woes.
down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down.
Oh, that's so sick.
Blindingly loud, never surrender.
And I wonder if this is a commentary on London a little bit. Like, is this a commentary about the people of London and things like that, and how they portray or how they experience tragedies and everything like that? Because if this was America, it'd be someone got shot, but in this case, someone got stabbed. So I wonder if this is a portrayal about London as well, and the people there and the streets or whatever else, or is this something a little bit more and it's just the contextual place that it's all taking part in? But now we're going to jump into this crazy trumpet. I love sunflowers. We grew a bunch of sunflowers outside of my daughter's bedroom because she's a Leo.
Oh, what a terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall.
So we are all corporate machines. We fall down in these places where there's no grass green, green grass. Grass is somewhere else and we don't know where it is. That noise, that's pretty cool. That's awesome. The lighting of all this is really cool looking too. The red, the glowing from the fire compared to the coolness of the TV as well is really cool. And is Ren watching this guy or is Ren watching TV as well? Which one of them is Vincent? Are they both Vincent? I don't know. Everyone's smoking though. Smoking, drinking, going about their day. And he always seems to be alone. Working multiple jobs, it looks like. That background song is interesting. I sing to you, I cling to you. And then, alright. Alright, well, I'm going to be diving into this next video really quickly. Like right after this, I'm just going to dive into the next video. But I'll post that after, just so I can have these two split up from each other, because this video is already going to get long. But, you know, what I find really interesting about this is just, yeah, that monotony of everything that's going on, the tragedy that he's talking about, how there's just we're like these corporate machines that just fall down and die in the streets and everything, and things just keep moving forward, keep moving on, and the grass is greener in places unknown to us, you know, and things like that. So it's a wonder of, can we get to those greener places as well, you know, or are we stuck here in some bad way? And then that last little song, you know, that's one that sounds more loving, and you're with someone, you're together with someone a bit more, you're dreaming about them, whereas in here, he's like completely alone, blank face, all this other type of stuff. And I could see, you know, this is what a depression or something could really look like. This is what, even if it's less like clinical depression, I think it's something that a lot of people feel on a day-to-day basis. Just this like monotony, day-to-day grind that we go through, that we feel callous to even, but we just do it. You know, we go to the party, we go hang out, we go and do all these things, but we never feel any kind of like purpose or greater thing in our lives than just that. And in fact, you know, just the day-to-day pushing through it all, we grow less and less and less okay with it, which you can kind of see him spiraling a bit more with it as well. Just almost growing more and more angry and frustrated and everything else, which could of course lead to attacks like we heard in the beginning of the video and everything. But I would be curious to hear, you know, obviously the comments that you guys have, and what you all think about it. But, you know, knowing him, he's obviously going to have some bigger and bigger commentary as to what all this means and to the depth of it all too. You know, he's not someone who obviously just puts out stuff that's very surface level. He has a lot of depth and meaning to a lot of his stuff as well. So I'm really intrigued by that. But, you know, I think that if you are someone who's maybe feeling this video, if you're resonating a bit with this video, I'd encourage you to obviously keep watching just to see how this goes, and to see if you can find a path for yourself that's productive. But with any kind of fictional storytelling thing that people and artists do, I don't think their goal is for you to ever stay within that pocket that you are in. It's to always get out. It's to always find relief. It's to find a way through. And I think Ren is someone who tries to do that. He's someone who tries to show you that you can sit in this uncomfortability. You can sit in what is, uncomfortable and everything else. But at the same time, you got to branch out. You got to get out there. You have to move through everything and try to find some kind of relief, find a bit of resolve and things like that. And whatever that looks like for you, I talk a lot about using creativity to process some of those thoughts and feelings as well. Using music like he does is something I do. Painting, writing stories, things like that is something that you can do. Finding some kind of outlet. Obviously talk to people and work through stuff, but sometimes you have to do something more to really express it. So if you are someone in, this position where you're really struggling and to make it through and you just feel the monotony of it all, I'd encourage you to try some kind of productive switch up, even if it's just like a moment within your day, even if it's just saying, this moment where I usually watch a show, I'm going to take a break from the show and maybe draw something, or while I'm watching the show, I'm going to draw something, or I'm going to just jot down some stuff, or while I'm watching the show, I'm going to play a guitar. It could be just about anything, like while you're doing what you naturally already do, just throw something else in there that's kind of creative and expressive for you. That way, when you want to pause, because you'll find yourself doing that. I'll be watching a show and playing my guitar while I'm watching it, and eventually I get so into playing that I'm like, okay, I need to pause the show so I can focus a bit more on this. And then eventually, whenever I feel complete with what I've been doing expressively, I can turn the show back on if I want to. So I would encourage you guys, just try like that tiny bit of something to help break the monotony of whatever it is that you're going through. Whenever I used to work as a cashier at a restaurant, I used to whistle. I used to practice whistling. And that oddly would like get me through some of the dull, quiet moments, was just sitting there trying to learn more how to whistle and get better at it. And eventually I got pretty good at whistling by the time I was done working there. And I think people were finally, done with me whistling as well at that point. I try not to be annoying, but whatever it is, find something to help you push through this. So we're going to jump into the next one, Vincent's Tale, the self-portrait one, in the next video. So stick around for that, and I will see you all soon. Bye.